Happy holidays and welcome to City National Arena, taking a look at the Bellagio Conservatory all decked out for Christmas time. And it's time to get going here at City National Arena between Arizona State and UNLV, now ranked third in the country. Thank you all for joining us on the call. As myself, Dominic Lavoie, welcoming back Ryan Gilder on the color commentary duties. Now coming into the impact players off the top, Bradley Gallant Gildy has been making a name for himself the whole time that he's been at UNLV. So far this season, 8 goals, 8 assists for 16 points, second on the team in scoring, and he has three special teams goals, 2 on the power play and 1 shorthanded.
I was going to bring up, he is good all around on this team. He's really good pushing on the offensive side, and then on the penalty kill, he's an energizer bunny that we've talked about since the beginning with him and Michael Latuzov, and he's giving him and Corolla a lot of time going in special teams in that penalty kill, and watch out for that shorthanded goal opportunity.
Bradley Gallant rocking new gloves this game. Just got a brand new set of Warrior mitts in the mail as he enters his final semester here at UNLV as a skating Rebel, one of the big transfers from the NCAA Division III level. And a freshman on the other side, Arizona State, Nick Benaldi, coming up to Arizona State for the Sun Devils out of the USPHL. Benaldi suited up for the Las Vegas Thunderbirds for the last handful of years, decided to take his talents to Tempe. And Gildy, watching this kid through juniors, very lengthy defenseman, and he loves to be able to take it coast to coast. Very, very skilled player. Yeah,
and that's going to be something against UNLV that you're going to need is you're going to need some of those spark plays. And UNLV, they've gotten more shots than ASU in both of their games, even though ASU won the first game. UNLV at ASU, they shot 114 shots in those 2 games. So Arizona State, they're going to get a limited amount of opportunities. Opportunities are going to come at a premium. So if you're able to get an opportunity, go across the ice, go coast to coast, that'll be very important for ASU tonight.
And as the timer hits 0, we're going to get set to get going here at City National Arena. Before we do that, we're going to throw it back to warm-ups where Bo Kennedy was standing by with freshman Ronan Keenan. Let's go ahead and check it out.
I'm joined here with freshman forward Ronan Keenan. Ronan, the team's only loss this season comes against this Arizona State team. Does that add a little extra motivation to tonight's matchup?
I'm only here so I don't get fined. No, obviously, this is one that we remember from the beginning of the season, and like you said, this is our only loss so far. So yeah, I think we have something to prove here and kind of make a statement point.
And how do you limit their quality scoring chances tonight?
Just all the classic hockey cliches. Get pucks in deep, establish our forecheck, stick to our game plan, and if we all buy in and play the way we can, I'm sure we'll be all right.
And lastly, what do you think of the new threads?
These are sick, and these aren't bad.
They are. They're great. All right, good luck tonight, man. Thanks for taking the time. Boys.
And there you have it, Bo Kennedy standing by with Ronan Keenan. Keenan so far this season, Gildy, in his freshman year, 7 games played, 4 points for the Nashville Spartans alumni out of the USPHL. He's been making a name for himself so far, slowly but surely getting more and more playing time. He's slotting in the lineup with Caleb Strong on injured reserve for the time being.
Yeah, and one thing about Ronan is that you could definitely see him on the TV. He is huge as a freshman. He's on, what is he, 6'6", if I'm not mistaken?
6'6", yeah.
Very tall player.
Big boy.
He's a big boy. He can lay out the lumber there tonight. He's going to be an exciting player to see. And I like the question that Bo asked, where he asked about not just playing defense, but how to stop quality chances from this ASU team. Because ASU, they got UNLV in the first game. Even though UNLV outshot them 47-25, ASU had good quality chances, and that's how they were able to get a couple goals. So stopping good quality chances is going to be a key for UNLV tonight.
And that loss in Tempe, the lone loss on the season for the Skating Rebels. They sit, as you see on your screen, 14-1 on the season, as UNLV creeps into the top 3 of the national rankings so far this year, Gildy, as they look to try and go back to the national championship game this season. They've been bouncing up and down the rankings so far this year. They've been as low as 6, I believe. Now they're as high as 3. And they sit behind Ohio, who currently sits at the top of the country. But while you were away, Gildy, in Chicago, they took down the #1 ranked Jamestown Jimmies. They're going to be coming back here to Vegas in January. So it's going to be a very, very tough task come after the Christmas break for UNLV taking on a top team like that.
Yeah, and Jamestown, they were #1 ranked, and they've had a little bit of turmoil. They've been a little bit rocky as of late. ASU, they played pretty good against Jamestown. They lost 6-5 in the Callan Sports Tournament there. So that was that was a really close one there at Jamestown. And at the middle of the season, there's dog days. You go up, you go down. I do like where UNLV is right now, though. They're starting to really find their pace, and I think this weekend we're really going to see UNLV turn it up against ASU.
And that's something that head coach Anthony Vigneri-Greener talked about earlier on this week. Is he said that loss, it was early on in the season. They're still trying to get their legs, and he said pretty much the same exact thing last weekend against Grand Canyon University. You have a full week off after you play 3 games in 3 days. You have the Thanksgiving holiday. You got to get your legs under you. So, like you said, we might be seeing a pretty tuned-up UNLV team this weekend. As they're announcing the starters here at City National Arena, we're going to take a look at UNLV's first up. Tristan Rand, the hot hand on left wing, starting out for UNLV. Preston Brodziak back in the lineup, centering that top line. And Bradley Gallant, our impact player for the Skating Rebels, on the right wing. On the blue line, Kyle Quinn and Joey Carollo, and in between the pipes is Doug Wakeland. Taking a look briefly at Arizona State. Tyler Kiley Ram, Matthew Gross, and Caden Butler. The forwards, Ty Marchant and Cade Olson, the captain, on the blue line. And Hayden Manning is going to be holding down the blue paint in gold for the Sun Devils. 2 pretty hot goaltenders heading into this game tonight. Hayden Manning with just under a .900 save percentage, just about 3.4 goals against average. And Doug Wakeland, as we always know, Gildy, is Doug Wakeland.
Yeah, Manning is going to have his work cut out for him tonight. UNLV, they get a lot of shots off against ASU, so it's going to be a lot of shots he's going to have to face. He's going to have to make some really good quality saves for Arizona State to have a chance tonight.
As Doug Wakeland is announced as the starter, the lights come up. We're going to step away for a special ceremonial puck drop from our very own Vegas Thrill and the national anthem. Stay with us. ASU and UNLV, the holiday edition, coming right up.
Fans, here to draw tonight's ceremonial point. Please welcome from the Las Vegas Thrill, Hannah Max, Carly Brown, and Grace Glover. Represents the Las Vegas Representative season, January 10th. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and go for our national anthem, presented by Chris Burke Injury Law. Here to perform the Star Spangled Banner, please welcome to the ice, Gary Brunetti. Bright stars,
have it. The anthem is all said and done. The ceremonial puck drops. All said and done. All that's left is to do the real thing, Gildy. Taking a look at the starters once again for both teams. Tristan Rand, Preston Brodziak, Bradley go out the forwards for UNLV. Kyle Quinn and Joey Carollo, the defenseman, and Doug Wakeland is in between the pipes. Arizona State, Tyler Kylie Rand, Matthew Gross, and Caden Butler, the forwards. Ty Marchant and Cade Olson, the defenseman, and Hayden Manning in goal tonight for the Sun Devils. And Gildy, as this Holiday Havoc weekend gets set, UNLV rocking some new Jays, the Home Alone-inspired jerseys. Pretty interesting, to say the least. I don't think I've seen a jersey really like that.
Yeah, I could say it's the first time I've ever seen a Home Alone-inspired jersey
with
in
the
any
house
sport.
on it.
I've never seen anything like it, and they're displaying it tonight for the holiday weekend. And this is their last game before Christmas as well, Dom.
It is. And if you want to take a quick look at our auction website, we'll pull up the graphic later on in the show. Visit 32auctions.com/Rebel Hockey and go ahead and make a bid. The silent auction is now live. You can bid on a game-used jersey from your favorite player that you're going to see this weekend, whether in person or you're watching this stream back or right now live. Preston Brodziak digs in against Matthew Gross. And we're underway here at City National Arena for the second to last game of the fall semester for the Skating Rebels. Already here comes UNLV. There's Brodziak. Tried to centering feed for Galan, our impact player that we mentioned in the open. Couldn't get it there. Tristan Rand, baseball smacks that into the zone. That's Ty Marchant wearing number 2. A couple of Sun Devil jerseys had to be changed out. And that's Caden Butler rocking number 11 tonight. That puck is waxed towards the goal and deflected up into the protective net. And we got an early stoppage, 31 seconds in.
Even though no shots were shot by either team right there, I like the pressure there that UNLV put on ASU to get things started. It was the heartbeat that you want to get started in a game.
You want to get going early. Everyone really up in gold on that bench. There's Nick Benaldi, the freshman defenseman. As we mentioned in the open, played for the Las Vegas Thunderbirds of the USPHL, makes his return to his hometown of Las Vegas, Nevada for the first time in his college career. Paired up with Ty Marchant. There's Benaldi on the near wall, can't feed that through Quast. Kept the zone and sent back in. That's Marchant who stopped it up. Chase Headmans that one up ice. Couldn't connect with his man. That was Trevor Kennedy on the wing. There's Del Monte at his own goal line. Plays it up. Touch pass on from Stathopoulos to Kelly in center. Kelly can't play that around Cade Olson. Heath Mensch pickpockets his man. Here's Nagra over the red line and gains his own. Shoots one. Sticked aside by Manning. Now there's Olson in his own end. Hits Grady Franklin. That pass intended for Trevor Kennedy from Franklin doesn't hit the mark. Here's Oliver Band in the corner. Up top on the backhand for Wyatt. Jackson Wyatt looks, shoots one, whistles that one just wide of the net, kept by Dylan Kuntz. Kuntz moves in, feeds a rink-wide pass to Band up top. One-time drive tipped on. Jackson Wyatt tried to get that one labeled to the top of the net. Now here's Kuntz at the dot, shooting one. Blocker save Manning. Good try from Dylan Kuntz, the freshman. Better save from Manning as Cole Wyatt keeps his own. Cole looking under siege from Carter Newland. And Keenan keeps his own. Kuntz spins it back down low, and UNLV getting a good forecheck so far.
Now going into it so far, just decent shots by UNLV. They're going to get a lot of shots in tonight. Just like I said earlier, ASU, it's going to be how good quality their shots going to be.
Here's Joey Carollo. His stretch pass gets blocked. Doug Wakeland sprawling out, trying to cover it up. He couldn't get there. Now ASU establishing a forecheck off the glass and out. That's Carollo. That gets spun back into the zone by Jake King. 3 minutes gone in the first period of play. Shots are 2 apiece between the Sun Devils and the Skating Rebels. And now here comes the Rebels the other way. It's flipped into the corner for Hayden Siegel. Bumps Marchant. Settled down at center by Nagra. He looks on the tape for Brodziak, who sends it rink wide. Marchant hops on a loose puck. Swings a D to D for Palmer. And fed to the slot and tipped on net by Palmer. That was a defenseman joining the rush. ASU getting an early chance there. That was Matthew Gross with the rink-wide feed, and that puck finds its way on net again and held by Wakeland. Pair of decent chances there for the Sun Devils.
And some sick taps from the ASU bench. Really good possession there from ASU. The only thing is that you're on the road at UNLV. Got to find the back end of the net. Two really good opportunities by ASU. They're getting close to one, but if they can find the back end of the net, get an early goal, that would bring a lot of momentum to this team.
You mentioned UNLV being on the road as here comes Preston Brodziak moving on in. Brodziak shoots into the glove of Manning. What a save by Hayden Manning, flashing the leather.
And those are the saves that are going to be needed for ASU to pull off this upset against UNLV for a second time this year. Manning's going to get a lot of shots so far. Only 3 so far. It's 3-4 ASU. It's an early lead for them. Still a lot of game to go. But ASU got to give them credit. They've been playing good on defense, not allowing too many shots. And then going into the offensive zone and putting up good opportunities. Very good start for ASU in this game.
ASU turning defense into offense with that defensive zone face-off win. That's Caden Butler on the near wall. Pulls up at the goal line. Shakes free from pressure but can't get the puck in deep. That's whacked back into the zone. And Butler loses his stick. Might be broken as he skates back and gets changed up. Now on the near side, whacked free. Here's Mensch. Feeds that through a seam. Kelly digs in against Marchant. Marchant escapes Kelly, and he'll start it out. Marchant skating through center. Gets bumped by Stathopoulos. Now left on to the near side. A shot from way outside. Misses the net wide. Directed back on. Blocked out in front. Now ASU still set up in the UNLV end. Up top, Olsen shoots one, blocked in front. And some kicks to the boards from the UNLV bench. Stathopoulos lays the body on Marchant. And a hard pass on the tape to the left wing for Mensch, who sends it in. And Marchant sits behind Manning, looking to get this breakout set up. Now here's Chase. UNLV with possession now. Gallant overskates the puck, gets to the loose puck. And his pass is deflected into the zone. Tristan Rand bumps Franklin. Olsen off the glass, glove down by Dalmonte at the half wall. He can't knife that one down low for Rand, cut off by Olsen. Here's Dalmonte. His pass through center couldn't connect with Preston Brodziak. Tristan Rand pokes that one free and lays the body, knocking down Jake King. And Rand tips that puck into the zone. Cole White gives chase. Hayden Manning reverses ice. There's Palmer behind the net off the kick plate. In a big-time collision, that was Oliver Band. And Band to the slot. Shot there and a save made. That was Dylan Jensen with a good chance from about the face-off circle, but another good save from Hayden Manning.
Yeah, really good shot there by Jensen, but great positioning there by Manning. Was there for the shot. It could have gone any direction. He had great vision on it and made a good quality save. Didn't allow any second chances. Still 0-0.
Another defensive zone draw win from the Sun Devils. There's Palmer under siege from Jensen. That's Cooch. His stretch pass doesn't make it on target for Carter Newland. That's Jackson Wyatt. Stretch pass on the tape for his brother Cole, but it hops over the blade of his stick. Here's Wyatt Palmer. Shakes off pressure from Jensen. There's Jake King. Fans on his pass that gets directed back in by Kuntz. There's King again, poked away by Keenan, but he keeps possession, sends it up for Cooch at the red line. UNLV creating a bit of a traffic jam in the neutral zone so far tonight. Not a lot of clean zone entries from ASU, but when they do gain the zone, they are able to set up pretty quickly, as ASU does the same to UNLV and clogs up neutral ice. Now here's Kyle Quinn, touched on for Keenan. Keenan gets bumped to the ice, and Evan West reverses it as Keenan leaves that behind Doug Wakeland. Now here's Kyle Quinn, spins away from pressure. ASU sending one forechecker into the zone. And another stretch pass cut off by Nick Benaldi in neutral ice. Here's Alan Evtimov, sends that one in. And a big collision in behind the net. That was Evtimov colliding with Nagra, and here comes Nagra, touched on for Mensch. And Mensch with a crafty attempt at a drop pass for Nagra, who's trying to make a break for the far side. Couldn't get there. Here's Del Monte looking. Del Monte centering pass between the wickets of Mason Kelly. Mensch keeps the zone, sends it on into the trapper of Manning. Arizona State wanted an offsides call.
It was a little close, but, you know, players are surrounding the puck. It's tough for the referee to see. They might have been in an awkward angle, and they let it go. But this game so far, it's been pretty evenly played for both sides. I mean, I haven't seen a game this evenly played here at City National in a while. And what I'm telling you, Dom, they are not playing like their record right now, ASU. They're playing pretty good so far. And what I mean by playing good, they're doing a good job getting the puck out of the neutral zone. Their problem when they were at home, when they lost to UNLV, they couldn't get the puck out of their own zone. UNLV, they control time of possession with the puck, and most of the time they got so many more shots than them. But tonight, it's dead even right now, 7-5 right now in shots.
And a lot of the credit of ASU playing well is to that man, 35 in gold, Hayden Manning. In that sequence alone,
yeah,
Cody, three pretty big saves on some pretty difficult chances as UNLV gets back to work. And that puck goes out of play. And Arizona State, historically, Gildy in City National Arena the last handful of years, hasn't had a lot of success here.
Yeah, they win at home. They normally get a game against UNLV at home, but then on the road, it's really difficult against UNLV. But so far tonight, the one thing that's not shown at all is the road legs. They're really keeping up with UNLV in the speed category. Haven't really had any breakaway opportunities for UNLV yet. That's one thing that they normally get off against a road team coming from far away. They'll normally have some road legs, and UNLV will come in a little bit sharper, and will get a couple of those breakaways. But Arizona, they've been defending really well, really good poke checks. No breakaways so far for UNLV. Not even any really odd man rushes, only one or two.
That's something that could be looked at positively for both sides. ASU getting off to a good start with energy, and UNLV not allowing too many odd man rushes like you mentioned. And that drive from Tempe to Las Vegas isn't a short one by any means. As a centering pass, Rand shoots one, and a shoulder save by Manning as that puck gets whacked down the length of the ice for an icing on the Sun Devils.
That was not an easy save by Manning. It was up in the corner. He had to lift up his shoulder a little bit and make that save. That's not an easy save at all. Very easily could have gone top shelf and found the back of the net.
Just a positional save right there,
yes.
Just being in the right place, right time.
And that's where Manning's been. He's been at the right place at the right time. Is it a little lucky? Sometimes, yes. But he's getting the puck luck because he's put himself in position to get the best possible chance to make the save.
Got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good. Here's Carollo. D-to-D for Ford. Dylan Ford chips that one cross ice, and an unfortunate offsides call. Mason Kelly catches an edge and falls over, and he gives a cheeky grin to the Arizona State bench.
But that's what happened in the first game. Gotta be good to get lucky. UNLV, they had so many shots on net. They had 60 shots on net, 60-plus shots on net. Some of their goals, they were lucky. They went off skates, but because of the amount of shots that they put on net, some just found a way, got a little bit of puck luck to find the back of the net. So put yourself in opportunities to have good puck luck is also a part of the reason why the teams do good, teams do bad.
Just over 10 minutes gone in this first period. Shots are 9-5 in favor of UNLV. As they look to keep the puck in the zone, Dylan Jensen doing battle right in front of our broadcast table. Here's Band. Down low, Oliver Band. Wraps it, couldn't get there. Dalmonte pinches and pitches it back down low. Spun out to the slot by Jensen. Sticked away. Quas sends it rink wide. That puck is dumped into the zone. Now here's Nagra, drops it off. A shot from Siegel. He fans on it. Jensen knifes at it but can't get it through. Carter Newland will start it up on the right wing side. That puck gets fed around. Hayden Siegel chops it around. Ty Marchand and Siegel chopped it a bit too hard. There's Benaldi now. Benaldi takes a bit of a cross check from Siegel, advancing it up ice. There's Marchand, softly to Newland, who takes a bump from Keenan, and Wakeland plays it around the wall. ASU keeping the heavy forecheck near the wall. Now here comes UNLV the other way. There's Keenan and Siegel. Siegel shoots one, gets blocks. West shooting another one, and Hayden's Manning. Good positioning there, and he had to squeeze to keep that one out.
Yeah, I don't know if he knew exactly where the puck was, but he knew it was somewhere in his pads and squeezed it down. But good opportunity for UNLV, and I think that their key right now is your favorite one of all. Just get one, because they're getting really close to UNLV to getting one. They've had a couple really good opportunities to just get one. And for ASU, they've done a great job not allowing that centering pass. And that it's almost like team saves. Because Manning knows that the person that has the puck is going to shoot it. He's not going to be able to get that centering pass off because they haven't been able to do it so far tonight. So UNLV, the key is get one, maybe get one of those centering passes to go, and then make Manning a little bit more uncomfortable out there because Manning, he looks very comfortable at net.
Murphy's Law, if you keep pressing, you're going to get one. And Gildy, we're going to take a look at the upcoming schedule for UNLV. The Christmas break coming up as the semester ends. Denver, December 28th, 6 p.m. puck drop in Magnus Arena up in Colorado. Then Colorado College the next day at 1 p.m. and then come back here January 10th and 11th in 2025 to take on Jamestown. Quite the packed schedule right after the holiday break, Gildy. And then they come back after about a week off for the new year, and they're taking on a tough team, as we mentioned earlier on in the broadcast.
Well, you can't hope for a Christmas miracle, right?
You can. You very well can. And a shot from Wyatt blocked out in front. Now here come the Sun Devils the other way. That's Dylan Kuntz canceling his man out on the wing. Ty Marchand tries to dance through Bradley Gallant. Couldn't get through him. Now here comes ASU trying to get something going the other way, and they do. Moving on in, shot in a big windmill glove save from Doug Wakeland on Hunter Friesen. Flashing the leather.
Love watching him flash the leather. And we're pretty far away, but I just like watching him move, like flinging out the glove, making a good glove save. Because right now both goaltenders look pretty comfortable right now. Both of them haven't given up a goal.
And that's something that we touched on, Gildy, in the open after going over the starting goaltenders is just might be a goaltending battle here tonight and all weekend long. And it's not disappointing so far in this game through about 13 minutes. Now here's Heath Mensch over the red line, gains the zone now. Mensch shoots one after the whistle. Mason Kelly blown for offsides again.
But if you see, even if they made it past the zone, just not a lot there. Not a lot there because Arizona State defensively has been doing a great job tonight, not allowing good quality chances for UNLV. And I feel like the same for both sides. Both teams have been playing great on defense, and when the offense does get a good quality shot, the goaltenders have been making big saves.
Hayden Manning with 11 saves so far on this opening frame. Doug Wakeland with 6. Each goaltender been tested in their own right. Putting on a show here on a Friday night. Here's Heath Mensch over the red line that gets poked away. And a bit of a questionable penalty on Justin Stathopoulos. And it's going to be a trip. That happened right in front of our broadcast booth. Stathopoulos got tied up with Caden Butler. But to me, it looks like Butler was falling a bit before that. However, regardless, it's a penalty.
Yes, regardless, it is a penalty, and it is a big deal for Arizona State because when they played the first game at Arizona State, what got things started for them was that power play goal, and they built off that. So right now, game 0-0, Arizona State has a power play. They can try to replicate game 1 and get ahead with a power play goal.
Head coach Anthony Vigneri-Greener talked to Kyle Sparrow after practice earlier on this week as Doug Wakeland makes a save. And in that same breath where he mentioned that one loss in Tempe was early in the season, he also told Kyle that, hey, ever since then, I feel like our penalty kill has gotten clicking, our power play has gotten clicking, but he still acknowledged the danger of Arizona State's power play and that if they ever do end up shorthanded like they are now, they need a lot more of this 200-foot clears.
Yeah, the one advantage that UNLV does have on the penalty kill is using their speed. So far, Arizona State, they've done a great job matching UNLV. But what UNLV likes to do is they like to clear out the puck, get as far as possible, and then get Bradley Gallant or Joey Crowell to hustle down the ice and have a chance to get a shorthanded goal. That's been the objective for UNLV on the penalty kill. It's gotten the momentum a lot of games, too, when they've been close like this. So the two things to watch out for is who's going to get the momentum here? Is it going to be Arizona State getting something done on the power play, or is it UNLV maybe getting some penalty kill magic here?
And another thing to look out for is Mason Kelly. He's been caught offsides twice so far tonight as he flips that puck down the length of the ice. But last time he faced Arizona here in Vegas, Gildy, if you remember back in January, he had 4 goals.
Yes, the hat trick. Well, hat trick plus 1 for Mason Kelly.
And that was on First Responders Night. Kelly scoring 4 goals, including 1 on a penalty shot.
And they're pretty rare penalty shots. How many have we seen? Like 2 or 3 ever?
Think about 3 as another shot finds its way on to Wakeland. He makes a save, and ASU starting to snap it around the zone. A shot from the dot misses the net wide. Under 30 seconds remain in the Arizona State power play. Mason Kelly directing his line changes, telling him to hold off as Ty Marchand gains the zone, pulls up at the half wall. And he'll wait at the point. Shoots one through traffic, tipped just wide of the net. Fed out to the slot and whacked out by Mason Kelly.
And you see what's going on right now is that UNLV, they're not chasing after the puck. A good quality possession there for Arizona State. Despite not scoring the goal and not getting a goal on the power play, they're able to have good quality possessions and eliminate the chance of a shorthanded goal because UNLV, they had to go make a line change because they were tired defending Arizona State's attack.
And UNLV kills off that penalty. And another thing that creates, not only just a tired penalty-killing line with that kind of possession, Gildy, it creates possibly some anxiety from the players when they're in their own end. You see some chances like that. If you start overthinking it a little bit, you might start gripping your stick a bit tighter and overplaying your gaps and overplaying your lanes, and then that leads to goals.
Yeah, it looked positive the way that Arizona State was moving around the puck. UNLV, they've had so much trouble moving around the puck in their offensive zone. Manning knows exactly where the shots are coming from. From Arizona State, they had a couple of good shots that just went wide that possibly could have found the back of the net.
Lots of back and forth hockey through 16 minutes here at City National Arena. Arizona State getting some fresh legs out there. They've owned the last 3 shots on goal of the game, thanks in part to that power play. As that puck goes down the length of the ice for an icing. Didn't look like Jackson Wyatt gained the red.
Yeah, but right now, just both these teams, it's so interesting. We got ourselves a chess match tonight. Both teams have advantages in some categories where other teams don't so far. UNLV, they're the faster team, but Arizona State, they're doing a good job defending. Arizona State's doing a better job passing the puck. but UNLV's been having the puck in their offensive zone more than Arizona State. It's a good chess match, and it's going to be a really fun game to watch throughout.
As that puck's tipped in by Bradley Gallant. Brodziak chops at Marchant. That was Gallant tripping over. It looked like the net and almost going head first into Brodziak. Now up top, Marchant dangles Brodziak, shooting one, directed to the high glass. What a dandy of a move from Marchant at the point. With the toe drag, Marchant looking for a wet timer up top. Benaldi shoots one through traffic, doesn't make it on net. In behind the cage, everyone jamming at it. It comes to the near side. And broken out of the zone, flipped and gloved down by Marchant. Swings it D-to-D for Benaldi. Benaldi off the glass to neutral ice. Brodziak to Carollo. Now here's Carollo with it again. With one hand, plays it up ice. Can't get it that far. Sent right back in as ASU gets changed up once again. Now here comes UNLV. That's Justin Slavopoulos with speed. Dangles around or jumps around the defender. Takes a bump. Heath Mensch with a bit of a reverse hit. And Slavopoulos with a big-time collision again. And Kyle Quinn just misplays that one at the point. That's Keaton Tonez, who took a bump from Slavopoulos as he jumped around him at the blue line and took a harder bump in the corner from the same man. Now UNLV with it in their own end, off the wall for Tonez at his own blue line. He rips it off the glass and into neutral ice. Under 90 seconds to go, and the play is blown dead for a hand pass.
I like that the physicality is starting to take a notch up. I'm kind of surprised it took this long into the game for the physicality to really ramp up, but this game's really evenly played, and now the physicality is going to start tiring out these teams as well. If they're going to be taking hits throughout all 60 minutes of this game, they're going to get a little bit worn out at the second, third period of this one, but wow, just good quality game all around. It's a chess match tonight, Dom.
Maybe even a prize fight between two heavyweight boxers. A lot of jabs in this first period and a few big haymakers connecting. But no knockdowns just yet, with now 70 seconds to go. Now here's Matias Del Monte in his own end, over the red line. Del Monte moving on in, gains the zone. Takes it down low for himself. Del Monte feeds it to the slot on the tape for Jensen, but couldn't get a clean shot off. Now under a minute to go. Oliver Band with a big hit in behind, and Band gets taken down right in front of the official and gets an extra shove for his trouble against Matthew Gross. That hops over the stick of Dylan Kuntz. And Band sends it back in, and plays blown dead for offsides. And Oliver Band not happy with Matthew Gross, talking to him all the way back to the UNLV bench.
But just another time again where UNLV, they couldn't get that centering pass clean enough so that there was an opportunity to score the goal there. Just really evenly played so far. Arizona State doing a great job not allowing those centering passes to go through, and that's why right now it's 0-0.
$15 seconds to go now. UNLV trying to dump it into the zone. That's sent up ice, sticked back into the neutral zone by Jackson Wyatt. As the horn sounds on the first period of play, UNLV and ASU all knotted at zeros through 20.
ASU is playing the exact game that they want to be playing right now. They're playing physical, they're playing tight, they're doing a great job now allowing UNLV to get those, to not allow them to have those odd man rushes at all. They've had 0 breakaways so far in the first period, and they've done a great job when they've been on the defensive zone, when they're bending but not breaking, where they're allowing shots that Manning is able to see. There's not any centering passes are able to happen. And then on the offensive side, Arizona State, they've had good quality attempts. And for UNLV, I think they did good, not great. A couple of offsides that really stopped the momentum of their rushes and just not enough done to get a goal. So this second period, I feel like this is going to be really the period possibly one team's really going to break compared to the other. But it's a chess match tonight, Dom. It could go either way.
It can go either way. We're going to take a step away to let these two teams talk it over and allow for a fresh seat of ice to be created, and we'll talk it over ourselves. More UNLV and Arizona State just around the bend. Stay with us.
with Hannah Maddox of the Vegas Thrill Pro Volleyball team. And switching from the hardwood to the ice, what do you think of the atmosphere here?
The atmosphere is a little different. Volleyball, the players are across the net, so there's not as much physical impact as there is on the rink, but we play in Lee's Family Forum, which is home to the Henderson Silver Knights, so it's really cool to see our venue that we play in transformed into an ice rink. We went for the Desert Dogs game last week, so it's really cool to see just all the different sports that are able to compete and win in the same arena.
And then you did the ceremonial puck drop. Any nerves, any practice go into it, or just natural?
Yeah, I was definitely a little nervous. I've never done anything like this before. I'm like a new hockey fan. It's really fun to be here, though. The atmosphere is great, but I'm really thankful that I got this opportunity to do the puck drop. It was super fun. And yeah, I'm definitely a Rebels fan now. So
good to hear. Good to hear. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Zoe, over to you.
Thank you so much for that, Kyle. That was him with Hannah Maddox, our special guest here tonight, who did the puck drop earlier, as we all saw. Now that we're going into the second period of this game, the Rebels and the Sun Devils are still 0-0, but a player to look out for on the Sun Devils would be Hayden Manning, their goalie, as he seems to be blocking all of our shots pretty well, and it's giving the Rebels a tough time out there. So we're going to see how they do at this next period and wish them luck. Let's get it back over to you, Dom.
Thank you, Zoe, and thank you, Kyle. That was Kyle Sparrow standing by with Hannah Maddox of the Vegas Thrill, an outside hitter of the newest pro volleyball team here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Stats through 20, though. 11-10, UNLV leads in the shot department. ASU 0 for 1 on the man advantage. And some keys here for this middle frame. Gildy, get one for Arizona State. You're buzzing. For UNLV, just clean up the neutral zone.
Yeah, both teams have been very close to finding goals, and it's got to go. Both goaltenders have done a great job. Wakeland's done a good job for UNLV. Manning's done a great job for Arizona State. Talk about that neutral zone. Both teams going to be maybe a little bit more tired. Long change period. But, yeah, it's been a stalemate so far. Both teams have been getting close to finding a goal. Neither have so far. It's going to be a really fun second period.
And that second period is underway. Face-off won by Preston Brodziak. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us. If you stuck through the intermission, thanks for sticking around as we have an early stoppage 9 seconds into the middle frame. So UNLV an early offensive zone face-off. Preston Brodziak digging in opposite of Tyler Kylie Ram, who's in the dot for a moment. Matthew Gross dug back in, and ASU comes away with possession in their own end. Played up ice. Here's Caden Butler between the legs. Steps on Joey Carollo's stick, and that's going to be a penalty on Carollo, and he's not too pleased about that one. And back to the power play the Sun Devils go, and that's another, if you want to call it, ticky-tack stick penalty that when we talk to the guys post-game, that's going to be something they want to clean up.
Yeah, that is the second penalty so far. UNLV, both of them have been a little bit ticky-tack so far, but those are still called. They're still penalties. And last time Arizona State got some momentum during their power play. Let's see what UNLV does with a quick clear.
An early clear on this PK. UNLV already 1 for 1 on the penalty kill so far tonight. They took a penalty in the first period. That was Justin Stathopoulos going for a trip. Now Joey Carollo goes for a trip himself, tripping up Caden Butler on the rush. Another clear by UNLV, kills about 30 seconds of this power play, under a minute into this opening or middle frame here in the opening game of the series. Here's Kylie Ram directing that one in. Dylan Kuntz sends him to the glass. Justin Stathopoulos picks off that pass from Matthew Gross. Stathopoulos chips that one into the zone, cross corner, and gets changed up. Under a minute remaining on the Carollo penalty. UNLV in the home alone jersey, skating away from the broadcast. ASU in gold, skating towards the broadcast. That's Jake King sending that one in. Trevor Kennedy directs it around. There's Matthew Gross on the half wall. Gross looking, seam pass on the tape for Caden Butler, who drew that penalty that gave way to this power play, but it went just under the blade of his stick.
That was a really good opportunity for Butler. Just missed on it, and it would have been a really good one-timer.
Butler with a drive himself off the skate of Quinn in his feet and turned on by Kennedy to pad save by Wakeland. Ford whacks that one off the glass, but it gets sent back into the zone. Kyle Quinn plays a knuckle puck softly up ice and takes it himself. Here comes Quinn, moving on in, shooting one, misses the net wide. 10 seconds remain on the penalty to Joey Carollo, and here come the Sun Devils again. And Jake King sidestepping a hit from Kyle Quinn, and UNLV back to full strength here. Centering try with the goaltender way out of the net. No one could get the puck on goal as UNLV gets set up in the zone. Now at full strength. Not entirely sure what happened there with Hayden Manning, but he was way out of the goal. UNLV couldn't convert on that chance, and we play on. Here's Cole Wyatt dancing at the half wall. Wyatt leaves that one. That was Jensen. Got pickpocketed by Jake King. Now a pair of Sun Devils and Rebels go to battle below the goal line. That puck comes straight to the left wing boards. It gets sent cross corner down the length of the ice for an icing as Niagara touches up.
Good penalty kill for UNLV, and the key was gain the quick clears, because when you're able to clear the puck quicker, you're able to attack. And if it takes a little bit more time, if Arizona State gets a couple of shots off, you clear the puck, you gotta make your line change really quickly. UNLV, they had one good opportunity on the penalty kill. No breakaways in this entire game. Arizona State's been very good about not being too cautious when crossing the blue line on the offensive zone, and having always a couple guys at the neutral zone to not allow UNLV just to have an easy breakaway opportunity, even on the power play for themselves. So good job by Arizona State, knowing who they're playing against, and that's why the score is still 0-0.
Arizona State nearly getting a bit of an odd man rush that we talked about. Not either team having so far tonight. He's taken in deep. Sothopoulos feeds it to the slot. Loose puck for Jackson White. Shoots one off the shoulder. What a save by Hayden Manning.
That was by far the best opportunity for UNLV tonight. Just one of those rebounds, but perfect for a one-timer there, and just great save by Manning.
Dylan Kuntz sends that one out. Doug Wakeland stops that with the paddle, and Kuntz picks it up in the corner, and he'll wait behind Wakeland. Stretch pass off the leg of Sothopoulos at center, picked up in the neutral zone and sent in by Sean Phillips. Now Benaldi touches that for his D partner. Sent back up ice. Now here's Friesen on the right wing. Friesen looks, feeds one to the slot off the stick of Benaldi joining the rush. Fed out up top. Friesen with another shot. Excuse me, that was Phillips. As this shot gets directed into the high glass.
But good job by team defense by UNLV, not allowing any good opportunities there. A couple blocks, couple of redirections. Not allowing Arizona State to get a good quality chance. Even though they did get one shot off, not any good quality shots. And still 0-0, just both teams just haven't had, they've had good opportunities, but when they've had good ones, the goaltenders have done a good job. Defenses have been doing a great job, not allowing too many good quality chances, as there's now UNLV's first power play coming right up.
Waiting to see what the call is. Doug Wakeland couldn't get to the bench. He hustled there right in front of us. It's going to be a hold. And I'm waiting to see who's going to be going. It looks like going to be Matthew Gross going to be sitting for 2 minutes for a hold, and UNLV gets their first look on the man advantage here tonight.
Yeah, and Wakeland, one thing about him, he's a fast guy. He also plays baseball, and he was running to the bench like he was trying to steal base. And Doug, this is a recruitment pitch to join UNLV Club Baseball as well. After, of course, the hockey season's over, you know, we could always use you.
Doug Wakeland will already be stepping away from the Skating Rebels in mid-January, as he and Dylan Kuntz will represent Team USA at the World University Winter Games in Torino, Italy. So UNLV will be without Wakeland, but a well-deserved United States of America nod.
Oh, that would be great. Recruit a gold medalist to the club baseball team. How's that sound?
Might need to talk to him after the game there, Gody. Shot from Niagara, directed on. Loose puck out in front. Manning stays in front of it, and he finds it and holds for a whistle. And UNLV is starting to go to the well of if you can't really get too many scoring chances or the goalie's making a lot of saves, just get in front of them and make it messy.
That's exactly what UNLV needs to do. When you put up 60 shots and only score a total of 2 goals like they did in that first game, some puck luck. That's what you need, and you're gonna get it if you put the puck in the net. If you put the puck on net that many times. So I think UNLV, if it's that difficult to find a goal, just put the puck on net, see what happens.
Good things happen when you get pucks and people to the net. A hockey cliche. Touch pass up top. Wyatt whacks one on. Save made by Manning. That one went right into the Sun Devil crest of his gold jersey.
Manning still looks really composed, really relaxed. And during this power play, the goal for UNLV is to make Manning uncomfortable. Of course, the goal is to get a goal, but if you can't get a goal, at least make the goalie uncomfortable. Manning has felt really comfortable so far in this game, and with the power play, you're going to be able to get more passes off. They haven't been able to pass the puck this well inside their offensive zone yet tonight.
UNLV continuing to set up. There's Jackson White with a drive. Fed out in front, loose puck. Everyone whacking at it. It gets sent out of the zone by the Sun Devils. UNLV staying in front of the net, making it messy. Here's Stathopoulos at the half wall up top for Wyatt. Touches it on and spun back down low. Now up top, Rand to Mensch. Shoots one, directed aside. Mensch's stick snaps in 2. Mensch with a fresh piece of lumber for UNLV. Catches that pass. Another shot. Kick save. 30 seconds to go on the power play for the Skating Rebels. UNLV still looking for their first of the game. Here's Mensch from the half wall. Swings it up top for Wyatt. Wyatt gives it a skate. Hounded there. Now here's Mensch at the circle. Tries to feed one on. Gets blocked in front. Band. Centering pass. Poked away and out of the zone by Wyatt Palmer, and Oliver Band sends it back up ice for Tristan Rand. Final 5 seconds. Rand dips the shoulder, drives the net, puts one on. Pad save and a beauty. Arizona State back to full strength. A great penalty kill from the Sun Devils. UNLV still hounding them in the zone. Now here's Dylan Ford. Directed in. Driving the net, spinning one back and fed out in front. What a chance. Looked like Roden Keenan fed that to the slot for Evan West, and West couldn't get all of that shot in tight. He's going to want that chance back. We play on.
Yeah, really creative pass there by Keenan. Looked like it was almost a little bit between the wickets there.
As Joey Carollo takes a spill in the corner, and Carollo's slow to get up.
Yeah, he went awkwardly into the wall there. Good to see him back up.
Looks like he might be favoring the left leg. He skates back to the bench. Carollo went in to the boards awkwardly in the corner. We're going to hope for the best for him. UNLV already a bit banged up so far this year, managing injuries. Hayden Siegel touches that one on. Here's Evan West now. West can't skate through traffic. And we have another whistle, 12:27 to go. UNLV has all 8 shots registered on the scoreboard here this period through 7.5 minutes.
Yeah, and now it's going to be the big-time players need to make a big-time play. That's where we're at in this game. And I feel like the player to watch out for right now, Tristan Rand, oftentimes he'll try to get to the net, have like that awkward angle shot. Normally, my most critical part of his game is sometimes trying to find the centering pass. But I think tonight we're at the situation, if you have a shot, take it. Because you need to get as many shots as possible on Manning.
And UNLV's been doing just that. Their 9th shot of the period and their 10th right there in tight. Now Nagra shoots one from the point, loose puck out in front found, and there's Tristan Rand getting a few face washes and gets sent to the ice. Tristan Rand was, I don't know what you would call the opposite of the apple of someone's eye last time Arizona State came here, and even earlier on this season out in Tempe, he drew the ire of the Sun Devils quite often.
Yeah, but going into more of the deeper roots of the game a little bit with goaltending, he's done a great job. But I think what I'm more impressed with is the positioning that he's been in. He's put himself in great positions to make great saves. And that's where it all comes down to, is fundamentals. He makes it look so much easier than it really is.
And that's something that great players do. They play where the puck is going to be, not where the puck is. Quoting Wayne Gretzky there for a brief moment. Here's Newland. It's canceled out by Kuntz. Now here's Heath Mensch with speed. Mensch on the right wing. Plays it off the wall for Mason Kelly. Kelly driving the net. Feeds one of the slot. Couldn't be directed on. Directed back into the slot. Settled down by Arizona State. And touched out to neutral ice. Kuntz gains the red and sends it right back in to the offensive zone. Kept in by Jackson Wyatt. Sends it on net. Loose puck out in front. Knifed at by Mensch. 2 big saves there from Manning. Carter Newland gets sent to the ice. Arizona State looking for a penalty. It looks like they won't get it. Now here come the Sun Devils. Plays blown dead for a hand pass. That looked like Jackson Wyatt who gloved that one down. Carson Cooch tried to send that one near the wall for Jake King.
And we're at the point of this game where maybe just one awkward bounce of the puck, a little bit of puck luck, and a team that can take advantage of it, that might decide the game. Right now, both these teams, it's stuck right now 0-0. Decent offense, great defense, and then amazing goaltending by both sides.
One bounce away or one piece of broken coverage away from this tie hockey game becoming a 1-goal game. A decently similar pace to UNLV's matchup against Doug Wakeland in the spring of this year in January, as Hayden Manning holds that for another whistle. 13 shots on goal for UNLV in this period. Not a single one for ASU. And Gildy, this game feels like that game that we saw with that Doug Wakeland had, stopping 47 shots in January.
We were tipping our cap to him the entire broadcast. That was an amazing performance by Wakeland. We're ecstatic that he's with this team, and he's well deserving of going to and representing the United States.
Now stretch pass on the tape for Friesen. Gets knifed away by Kyle Quinn. Friesen hops on that, gets bumped hard and sent end over end by Dylan Ford. And Friesen go at it, and they start chucking knucks, and Ford gets taken down by Friesen. And the Arizona State bench comes to life in this tie hockey game. Dylan Ford, his first game back from injury, sending Hunter Friesen into the Arizona State bench, trying to get him in an early line change. Ford also sent Sean Phillips to the ice, and Ford and Friesen talking the whole way. And Friesen being pointed back, and it looks like Ford is being taken off the ice. He gets showed the door, and so does Hunter Friesen. And Arizona State's fired up.
That's entertainment there. We are in the entertainment capital of the world, and hockey brings some entertainment, brings a little bit of scraps. We don't call it fights. Gloves were technically not taken off. A little bit of a scrap right there. But the physicality there in Fordo, amazing job. 2 huge hits, got the crowd into the game. The crowd was kind of laying back a little bit, 0-0 game. But 2 big hits there, and then got into a little bit of a scrap, and 2 guys showing the door there. But wow, that was a lot of physicality right there, a lot of fun, a lot of entertainment. What else can you ask for?
And in the first period, when I mentioned a prize fight, I didn't necessarily mean it to actually turn into a prize fight. But Hunter Friesen, honestly, that clip might end up on TikTok. Hunter Friesen is an influencer, posts on TikTok a lot, and I guess we're going to take our media time out here.
Yeah, Friesen, he did take down Ford, but for Ford's benefit there, and also we're at a home broadcast, in Ford's benefit, he made 2 huge hits, prior to that, which really got the crowd involved. And right there, I call it, this game's been an even scrap so far. That was also an even scrap right there with Ford getting 2 big hits, getting the crowd involved, and Friesen getting the takedown. And
Hunter
almost
Friesen, 96,000
maybe Dowd got up
followers
to the 100,000 mark.
on TikTok, over 2.9 million likes. So we'll see if this clip ends up on his TikTok.
Is this when the coaching staff goes to the players, hey, pull the little Dan Lanning, we're not playing for clicks. We're playing to win a game. Because remember when Oregon did that last year against Colorado, they beat them pretty good. It was the biggest, I think it was the biggest blowout of the year against Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite the display there last year, and now Hunter Friesen's posted 2 minutes. So I'd imagine it might be my inference here. We're going to wait for the announcement as UNLV goes to the power play once again this period. I would imagine offsetting 2 minutes for roughing each, maybe a 2-minute instigator for Friesen, and 10 minutes for each player. So Friesen gets 2 minutes for a rough. And each Dylan Ford and Friesen get ejected for fighting, so they won't be suiting up tomorrow night as the disqualification results in an automatic suspension in the ACHA. About 45 seconds gone from the power play already for UNLV. Cross-ice feed, couldn't get to the stick of Gallant, and just out of the reach of Dalmonte. Hunter Friesen and Dylan Ford hitting the showers early here on a Friday night. UNLV trying to keep the power play going. Offsides is the call. The faceoff looks like it's going to come back to the UNLV end of the neutral zone with 58 to go.
The concern for ASU is great. You got some momentum from the Friesen little takedown, but the issue is that you have to be on the penalty kill. UNLV is a very good team on the power play, but they've done really good on this penalty kill against UNLV and keeping that momentum from that little scrap, which the referees call fighting.
Yeah, there were pretty big punches thrown right in front of us there, Gildy.
With the gloves on, you know.
And then Friesen decided to get a takedown himself after Ford almost sent them butt over tea kettle into the ASU bench. Here's Oliver Band, about 25 to go. Now there's Tristan Rand over the red line. And another offsides call for UNLV. Just their zone entries haven't been the cleanest so far tonight, and that goes back to Arizona State. Their zone entries have been a bit of an issue as of late.
Yeah, that's been why this game, partially why it's 0-0, is that the zone entries haven't been good, and then the shot quality hasn't been as good in result of the zone entry. So it's all playing into a factor why this game is so low scoring. And also, just like I say again, the goaltending just superb tonight by both teams.
ASU still yet to register a shot on goal in this period. 12 minutes gone in the second. UNLV with 13. As the penalty comes to a close, ASU comes back to full strength. Up top, Dalmonte. Dalmonte looks, shoots one, pad save, directed to the corner. Now here's Nagra, whacks one on, paddle save by Manning. And here comes the Sun Devils the other way. Dancing through traffic. Palmer gets stood up emphatically by Cole White, of all people. Throwing the body. The veteran out of Alberta showing what he's made of there. Starting to see the hits begin to pile up. Here in this one, here's Band moving on in. Puts one on. Loose puck found and held by Manning, and Evan West gets sent into the crossbar, knocks the net off its moorings, and takes a few other shots for his trouble.
Yeah, decent opportunity there, but just Arizona State, great job on the penalty kill. They got to convert the offense, so you can't score goals if you don't put the puck on net, and they haven't put a puck on net so far in this period. But also, it just doesn't feel like UNLV's been controlling the period either. Just Arizona State, they've done a good job on defense. It's just on offense, it's been really dead. But I still think Arizona State, they've been doing a good job on defense. It doesn't seem like it's a one-sided period either.
Arizona State's just really been managing all period long. UNLV controlling the pace of play at times, and then having other things get away from them.
But the poor zone entries plays into a factor of how they haven't been able to control the period as good as we expected.
As the loose puck pops over to the blue line, and Doug Wakeland has to just whack it with his paddle up and out of the zone.
Because it's 27-10. We talked about before the game that UNLV was going to outshoot Arizona State no matter what in this game. So this is no surprise the shot total 27-10. But Arizona State, they've played it to their factor where the shot quality has been very good. They have been allowing centering passes. They've stopped the penalty. They've had 2 good penalty kills so far. As the referees are talking a little bit about where the faceoff's going to be placed.
Or if there's going to be a penalty. They've been wanting penalties.
What do you think
They've
the
been
penalty
wanting
will be
a
on?
penalty. Waiting to
too
see
many
what's
men,
going
maybe?
on. Maybe a delay of game. And it looks like we're going to be playing on 5-on-5. Justice Stathopoulos is about as confused as we are on the left wing.
That was pretty good. I thought they were talking about maybe where the faceoff was located, maybe who touched the puck last.
Face-off won by the Sun Devils. Up top, Marchant looking. Shoots one through traffic, blocked out in front. Looked like it went off of Mason Kelly. Played off the side of the cage, whacked at, popped up. Now fed up top, there's Benaldi. Benaldi plays it along the wall. There's Kylie Ram, centering try. Goes off the stick of Caden Butler. Caden Butler feels like he's been all over the place in the offensive zone so far tonight. And here he is again, Butler moving on in, canceled out, shoots one, misses the net, wide rebound try from Kylie Ram. And that doesn't make it on net. Speak of the devil.
Sun Devil.
Caden Butler making his mark in this middle frame. And now here comes UNLV the other way, 3-on-2 with the kid line. Heath Mensch on the left wing, rink wide. Wyatt shoots one, tipped on, loose puck out in front, found by Manning and held for a whistle. That was Jackson Wyatt joining the rush on the right wing, creating that scoring chance.
That was unbelievable there. Great stop. Initially, Wakeland and UNLV's defense did a great job protecting there. Didn't somehow allow a shot. It looked like Arizona State had at least one shot there. But then defense converting into offense. Good job by UNLV. Gain of 3-on-2, and that was pretty rare tonight. And then they got a good opportunity on the 3-on-2, just could not find the back of the net. And I got to give credit to Manning there. Really good job, great positioning, not allowing the puck to go into the back of the net on a good quality 3-on-2 chance there from UNLV.
Hayden Manning seeing a lot of rubber tonight from the sticks of UNLV, saving all 28 shots so far. And Dalmonte misplays that puck, but gets it right back. Touch pass from Gallant to Tristan Rand, busting up the right wing. Rand now gains a zone. Now UNLV working it on the near side. Up top, now here's Nagra. Nagra filters one on, blocked out in front and played off the wall and out. And now here come the Sun Devils again. On the wing, that's Franklin. Saucer pass. Couldn't get there for Trevor Kennedy. Now in the corner, here's Nagra. 5 minutes even to go in this second period of play. Oliver Band crossovers through the middle of the ice. Leaves that one for Tristan Rand. Now Rand gets sent to the ice. It takes a cross check to the back. And now UNLV in their own end tries to start it out. Jake King breaks that one up. Carter Newland soccers that on net, and Wakeland holds for a whistle. Arizona State starting to come to life a little bit here, Gildy.
Yeah, it says though there was only one shot so far in this period. I think there's actually, it felt like there's been a couple more. Some of them missed the net, so they don't count on shots on goal. But Arizona, they're starting to get some better opportunities, as we'll like to call it, and maybe they can find a way to get into the back of net. But both these teams, they've had good opportunities. And you know what? It's probably because that physicality's boosted up a little bit, and some big hits are making players miss their gaps a little bit and allowing for more opportunities.
And you said it there, ASU finally registering their first shot on goal officially About 15 and a half minutes in as Joey Carollo gets upended in the corner by Jake King. And another big hit. Franklin sends Jensen to the ice. ASU picking up the physicality, but here comes Oliver Band on the wing. Shoots one, tipped to wide of the net to the end boards. And now we have a stoppage of play with 4:03 remaining.
At the end of the first period, we talked about how the physicality was boosting up a little bit. Now, second period, physicality is up even more. We had a little scrap already happen. A lot of bigger hits so far, open ice hits, a lot of oohs and ahs from the crowd, a lot of stick taps from the Sun Devils bench. And yeah, just a lot of good quality physical contact, both teams.
That's something that UNLV doesn't have happen to them often, getting beat up.
I feel like both teams are beating each other up. There's been big hits for both sides.
ASU been throwing the body a bit more, I feel like, as Keenan leaves that one on for West, who gets spun down. Kuntz sends that up, touched by West, returned to sender by Keenan. Here's West on the left wing, pulls up at the goal line. Gets puck wrestled away from him. Now here come the Sun Devils. There's Tyler Kylie Ram, chips it to the left wing, dances around Jackson Wyatt, takes it down low, drop pass. No one home. Siegel off the wall, directed back in. Kylie Ram pumps, tries to feed one on. Now Benaldi below the goal line, out in front, loose puck, settled down, sort of by Siegel, whacked back in by Marchand. A hard pass on the tape, tipped in, it looks like, but the linesman doesn't think so. Icing with 2:51 remaining.
And this is going to be a tough one to defend. Pretty tired, a longer shift for a lot of these guys. Getting called now for an icing, so you got to defend against a fresh-legged line here for ASU. So this could be one of those big moments of the game. 0-0, it could very easily be one of those 1-0 games. So this could be a big pivotal moment in the game.
That fresh line is Trevor Kennedy, Ben Chase, and Ryan Quast for Arizona State. The same blue line pairing for Arizona State's out there, Benaldi and Marchand. As UNLV can't clear. Just out of the reach there and directed on by Kennedy. As Quast is sending that one on the backhand. Here's Dylan Kuntz with 2.5 to go. Kuntz over the red line, chips it into the zone. UNLV getting changed up now. Finally getting fresh legs out there. And Heath Mensch almost breaking up a couple plays there. Mason Kelly with an active sec. Here's Mensch from the dot, shoots one, misses the net wide. Good forechecking effort from Heath Mensch. And a good scoring chance as that puck bounces down the length of the ice. Icing's waved off. Nagra hops on that one, reverses it for Dalmonte. 2 minutes even to go now. Dalmonte's pass off the wall. Sithopoulos gets tripped up, drops it off. Dalmonte shoots, 5-hole, looks like it leaks through. Another chance, and it misses the net wide. UNLV with a pair of chances there late in this second period. And the puck refusing to find Twine. Up top, here's Mensch, swings it over. Here's Quinn. Quinn tries to feed one through the legs of Cade Olson. Doesn't make it through, under 90 seconds to go now. Stretch pass on the tape for Newland. But he's about a country mile offsides.
That was a little bit offside there. All Newland had to do, just put your stick up just a little bit so that it didn't cross the second blue line. Was unable to do it. But the puck luck there favored Manning. Didn't know where the puck was, and he was able to save it. He didn't even know where it was for a second. It looked like for a second it possibly went through the 5-hole. But the benefit for UNLV, first time tonight that Manning has looked uncomfortable. All night he seemed super comfortable. It took all the way until the last 2 minutes of the second period to finally get him a little bit uncomfortable here. And that's just 1 inch away from getting into the back of the net.
Now it's a bit of a toss-up there if it's attrition, UNLV making good plays happen, or a combination of both contributing to Manning having to move a bit more in his net tonight in this second period, especially as of late. as we approach the final minute of play. Kuntz in his own blue line, swings it for Wyatt. Wyatt on the tape. Here comes Rand, moving on in, shooting one. Directed aside. Tristan Rand always drawing the oohs and ahs from the crowd. Puck gets soccered out of the air. And Kuntz sends it over to Jackson White, who's going to attempt another breakout pass. This time it's complete, but then it's turned over to Tyler Kylie Ram. And Rand pickpockets him at center. Rand moving on in, drops it off. Centering pass, touched on, Rand in tight, puts it on net, loose puck. And what do you say? Hayden Manning finds it again.
Hayden Manning, just a magician at the net tonight. Able to locate the puck. Man, are you sure he doesn't have like a magnet on his glove or on his pads that is able to get the puck so it doesn't find the back of the net? Because it's been pretty incredible how none of the shots have found the back of the net. And there's Rand a couple times finding ways to get close to putting good opportunities up, but also really good stretch pass. That was the first big stretch pass I've seen UNLV connect on today. It was from Wyatt to Rand, and it almost turned into a goal, but Manning's just been playing unbelievable tonight.
We're back on our way, 15 seconds to go. Manning finds that. Loose puck, though, sent up top. Here's Nagra moving on in, shooting one, misses the net wide. Devin Nagra with a beautiful chance from the high slot. Misses that high and wide. 5 seconds to go now. Here's Sothopoulos, puts one on, save made. Loose puck directed aside, and the horn sounds. And that'll do it. 40 minutes. Both of these teams still deadlocked at zeros. As we have some discussion towards the UNLV side of things near their locker room. But hey, still after two, all knotted up at zeros.
Yeah, I expected after the first period, maybe one team will let off the gas and one team will kind of take advantage. No, it's been a deadlock game at 0-0. The physicality has been boosted in the second period, and the goaltending, it's only been getting better. This is a very entertaining 0-0 game. It's not one of those 0-0 games where both teams are kind of in a stalemate, not a lot of good quality shots. There's been good quality shots, great quality saves, great defense, great physicality. This is a fun Friday of the 13th.
A very fun Friday the 13th indeed. We're going to keep it festive very quickly before we let you go. The UNLV wearing the Home Alone holiday-themed jerseys. Visit 32auctions.com/Rebel Hockey or scan that convenient QR code on your screen to bid on game-worn jerseys worn in this weekend's action against ASU. So make sure to get your hands on a piece of UNLV hockey history and maybe even ACHA histories. I haven't seen a team wear these jerseys. So with that, we're going to let you go. Make sure to grab a snack, some refreshments. We're going to talk it over. ASU and UNLV is going to talk it over. A fun 20 minutes or more coming right up.
Well, we are still knotted at 0 after 2 periods of play, and one thing that we have noticed throughout this game, the tension is starting to rise. We saw a fight happen, we saw a big hit happen, and I think the tension will continue to rise going into this third period. As well as special teams, we talked about it all before the game. Special teams are going to be a key factor throughout this game. Zoe, let's toss it over to you.
I'm here with Cole Wyatt. Now, Cole, talk to me about the tension that was out there that last period. It was definitely a change from the first period. What was going on, you think?
Yeah, I like our game there in the second period. We were a little bit more aggressive, getting more pucks to the net. We're seeing a hot ASU goalie right now, so we just got to continue to get pucks to the net and lots of traffic.
How do you hope to adjust in the next period to get past the goalie out there?
Yeah, like I said, we took the last period to another level. We got more in us, so we just got to continue to get pucks on net, keep it simple, and look for a gritty one here.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Cole.
Thank you.
Dom and Ryan, let's get it back to you.
Thank you, Zoe, and thank you, Kyle. And to you, the viewer, thank you for sticking around through 40 minutes. If you're just joining us, you missed some really good hockey. On the calls, myself, Dalton Cavois, joined by Ryan Gilder. Through 40, UNLV leads in the shot department 31-11. Neither team's connected on the power play because obviously we're still knotted at zeros. 19 penalty minutes apiece, though. Dylan Ford and Hunter Friesen being tossed from the game, each for fighting. Disqualified as well. They won't be playing tomorrow. Keys, that's not a mistake on the graphic. It's just get one for either team. That changes the whole course of this game.
Yeah, I talked a little bit about Kennedy during the intermission about from a player standpoint, like what's your thought process 0-0 in a game like this? And realistically, the big takeaway I got from our conversation was it's going to be one play that could really change this entire game. Everyone's got it's a team game, and if one person doesn't do their job, that could cost someone the game. One bounce of the puck, that could change the entire game. So everyone, it's going to be a team game. It's been a team game so far. Everyone's been contributing on defense, not allowing really good opportunities for both sides. UNLV, they have 31 shots, but a lot of them were not the best quality shots, and Manning's done a great job manning the net. But overall, it's going to be that one play, and also the team, just everyone playing as a team, playing together. That was the big takeaway I got.
And then really quickly before we get things going, you saw it on your screen there. Go ahead and scan that QR code or visit 32auctions.com/Rebel Hockey to bid on the game-used jerseys that you're seeing right there on your screen. 20 minutes or more to go here tonight at City National Arena. Still all knotted up at zeros between the Sun Devils and the Skating Rebels. The unranked Sun Devils giving UNLV a run for their money. Preston Brodziak digging in opposite of Matthew Gross. And we're underway in the third frame here at City National Arena. An early pass break up by the Sun Devils. A shot on net, misses the net high, glove side on Doug Wakeland. And the puck whacked back in by Matthew Gross.
And a fast-paced start already, both sides trying to get an advantage here in the third period.
And this is going to be a third period that really tests UNLV's resolve once again, as they already had a run for their money in Tempe on Friday night back in October on one of their first road trips of the season. ASU doing the same here tonight. This time Arizona State well below 500 and unranked UNLV, the number 3 team in the country. So if UNLV gets knocked off here on home ice, that'll be quite the upset for Arizona State.
It'll be quite the upset, but the other thing is that I just think that both teams have been playing good so far. It's not one of those games where it's like, oh my goodness, you played way below yourselves tonight and it was a bad loss. Both teams tonight, they've been playing really good hockey. UNLV, they've had some issues with getting the puck past the blue line, past the neutral zone, but they've not played a bad game. Wakeland's been playing unbelievable net. Maine's been playing unbelievable net. They have over 30 shots going into the third period. It's been a hard-fought hockey game. There's already been a big scrap already in this one. It's a physical game. But Arizona State, they've been playing toe-to-toe with UNLV.
Matias Del Monte had a good chance there. Skating it in from the point, getting a shot on goal, and almost following up on his own rebound. Now here's Del Monte in his zone, and saucer pass on the tape for Oliver Ban on the left wing. Here comes Ban on the dot. Takes it down low against Franklin, who cancels them out. Ban and Jensen do battle along the wall. Franklin picks that one out of the scrum there. Cole Wyatt, we spoke to him at the intermission with Zoe Salas. He sent that one deeper into the zone, sent up top. Coates runs that one to the net. Misses the net wide. It goes off the yellow kick plate and kicks back out to the open ice. There's Ben Chase with it. Now Mason Kelly for UNLV. To Kuntz. Sent back down low. Now 2 minutes gone. UNLV starts it out. Stathopoulos underskated that puck there. Didn't really know where it was. He gets sent to the ice hard in the corner. And Stathopoulos takes a punch right in front of the official. He's going to go to battle again, and they're still getting all tied up as the puck's filtered out in front, and we have a bit of a scrum in the corner. Stathopoulos locking horns there with Carson Cooch, and they were going at it for some time, and they're still tied up, and the Arizona State bench giving some stick taps, and they're still all tied up down there, and their UNLV bench comes to life. Justice Stathopoulos, a fiery player out of Alberta, loves to throw the body, and that was something that we saw coming, Gildy. Justice Stathopoulos taking some shots, taking some punches right in front of the official, no less, and one of those situations where it feels like he has to take matters into his own hands, and he does, and it looks like we're going to have both players going to be sitting for a bit to cool off.
Yeah, I just want to see if there was just a 4-on-4, if what they're going to do here, because it looked like, in my perspective, I don't know exactly who, but someone had to initiate it. And if it is Stathopoulos that initiated it, you just got to think where you are in the game right now. It's 0-0, one power play, one play, even just getting into a scrap like that, it can make a big effect in the game, giving a team the man advantage. So seeing what happens after the dust settles is important.
So Stathopoulos is walking behind the UNLV bench back to the locker room. And Carson Cooch is being escorted to the dressing room for UNLV, so it looks like they might have been tossed as well. So lots of fireworks here tonight between UNLV and ASU.
Yeah, because last time Friesen got an extra 2 minute that affected UNLV. They had a power play, a 5-4 power play, unable to score. But they did have a power play. Looking at the scoreboard, it's going to be some 4-on-4 hockey. So a little bit more open ice. It could be a benefit to UNLV. They normally thrive in the open ice using their speed, but Arizona State has done a great job matching to UNLV's speed tonight, not allowing any. They've only allowed 1 to 2 odd man rushes. So let's see what UNLV does with a little bit more open ice.
It's Preston Brodziak putting a shot on. It's directed to the high glass, so offsetting minors for Stathopoulos and Cooch. 4-on-4 hockey, one of our favorite things, Gildy. And waiting for the penalties to be announced, but I imagine it'd be 2 and a disqualification for each player. The penalty minutes piling up tonight. Bradley Gallant centering pass. Brodziak can't toe drag through traffic. It takes a stick up high, and Brodziak takes a slash, and ASU touches up.
Now we're going to get a little bit interesting. It's going to be 4-on-3 hockey. Even more open ice for UNLV, and this is going to be a huge advantage for UNLV. But then for Arizona State, if they could stop UNLV here, how much confidence does that give the defense of Arizona State, where it's, hey, we can only have 3 guys on the ice, and you guys still can't score on us. So this is going to be a big make-it-or-break-it moment with 16:46 remaining in the game.
So as we continue to sort it out, UNLV going to the power play. It's going to be Ty Marchant going for a high stick, hitting Preston Brodziak in the chin in the corner. UNLV on a 4-on-3 power play. Here's Jackson Wyatt up top. He's looking to Heath Mensch at the top of the circle. Mensch shoots when he scores.
Special teams, that's UNLV's game right there. 4-on-3, and I told you right before, I'm like, this is the make it or break it moment. And Mensch, a rocket launched the water bottle off the back of the net. The puck found the back of the net as well. UNLV now up 1-0, breaking the scoreless tie, getting the crowd involved. And Dom, you're chuckling a little bit. What did you see?
Well, I always love a good bottle pop and goal, and there's no goal horn tonight. So
I think the crowd erupted enough.
Definitely did. But Heath Mensch breaking through on the power play. That's Mensch's 8th goal of the season, his 11th point of the year after battling injury. Mensch coming back since his injury, been contributing in a big way. So we're back to 4-on-4 hockey. UNLV scoring the first goal of the weekend on the power play. Now here's Mason Kelly looking to add to it, shooting one into the blocker area. It looked like of Hayden Manning. He had to squeeze for that one, and good save, but you're starting to see the confidence there from UNLV already off that goal.
Yeah, and also it's still 4-on-4 hockey. There's a lot more space. That's how Kelly's able to get some more room and find an opportunity that close to the net. And watch, UNLV, they still have another 43 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to push for another goal here with the amount of space they have on the ice.
There's Benaldi dancing through traffic. Wakeland way out of his net and gets hit by Benaldi behind the play. A delayed penalty upcoming. And now Doug Wakeland's going after the scrum. Doug Wakeland, oh my goodness. That is the fastest I've seen Wakeland skate, grabbing Jackson Wyatt from Taglin with the freshman defenseman of the USPHL, the Las Vegas Thunderbirds. Nick Benaldi going to the bench, and Matias Dalmonte looking his way, telling him, hey, come back over here. You're going to the penalty box. And what a play by Wakeland there. Man, just
that was crazy.
Great on him.
We both thought that Wakeland was about to get into a fight.
Too.
And we're like, oh my goodness, we're about to have some ACHA history here. But what Wakeland said is, I don't want to have another I don't want to have another penalty kill to have to deal with. I want to get Wyatt out of this scrum. So that was some smart thinking there.
Great on Jackson Wyatt's part to stop or to step up for his goaltender. That was a scary collision, just a glancing blow to the lower body of Doug Wakeland, but a veteran move by Wakeland coming into the scrum and just being like, hey, we're about to get a power play. We already scored once. Let's just keep this man advantage, and it looks like it worked. It's a 4-on-3 power play again.
Yeah, it did work because if Wyatt engaged, it would have been even ice again. So that was just heads-up hockey there.
That might be play of the night there.
It could be play of the night, and if UNLV scores again, gets some insurance for Wakeland, and then he could be more comfortable.
And now there's a man who put UNLV ahead. Heath Mensch back out on this 4-on-3 power play unit with Oliver Band, Matias Dalmonte, and Tristan Rand. About 10 seconds gone. Mensch drops it off for Dalmonte. Dalmonte swings it, return to center for Mensch. Mensch dances out to the left wing, still with it. Mensch centering try. Rand shoots one into the glove of Manning. Snipping it out of the air. Good chance for Tristan Rand, and UNLV gets a fresh power play unit out. 24 seconds gone.
Puck probably was going to go away from the net anyway, but it's just Manning showing off the leather. Even though he gave up the one goal, still 34 saves so far tonight. He's done an excellent job as the netbinder.
Brodziak wins that faceoff. Gallant can't get there. Brodziak finds the loose puck, swings it up top. Dalmonte. Here's Dalmonte moving on in, shoots one off the knob of the goal stick of Manning. He loses it. He's begging for a piece of lumber. He gets one from his defenseman. That's Grady Franklin. Gallant moving on in, down low. Brodziak shoots one off the shoulder. Loose puck directed outside by Trevor Kennedy. And Manning finally gets his goal stick back.
Using his resources out there. Wow, that was pretty incredible there by Manning.
Now UNLV back to full strength. A minute to go on the power play now. Dalmonte touches it on Gallant. Driving the net, back up top, Dalmonte. He looks, shoots, tips. Gallant shoots one. What a save by Manning. Another chance for UNLV. Dalmonte misses the net wide on the backhand. If that doesn't give you juice, I don't know what does. Hayden Manning with a beautiful blocker save. Dalmonte with a drive, rolls off the heel of his stick and cleared out of the zone by Quast. Oh my goodness, what a stop by Manning diving across with the blocker.
Yeah, this team owes Manning a nice steak dinner after this game. Wow, Manning just playing out of his mind, making incredible saves. Doesn't even matter if he has a goaltender stick or not, just using whatever he has.
Putting everything into his effort in the blue paint. And that steak dinner should be at STK at the Cosmopolitan or something like that, or Lago at the Bellagio with a view of the Bellagio fountains as that power play is expiring for UNLV. What a kill for the Sun Devils. Here's Ronan Keenan on the left wing, gains a zone, tied up in the corner. Now here's Mensch, centering try, almost whacked out of the air by Tristan Rand. Mensch with it again, had the go-ahead goal, shoots one, blocked out in front. Rand couldn't settle it down. Marchant whacks it around the corner, and Kuntz pinches to tie up Evtimov. And an electric 6.5 minutes here in this third period of play. UNLV, since the start of the second period, out shooting Arizona State 28-3. And now outscoring the Sun Devils 1-0 thanks to Heath Mensch. Hayden Siegel couldn't toe drag through traffic and get that shot off. It gets sent to center and settled down by Butler at the logo. Sent on, net save made. Wakeland, he'll hold under the trapper and pass that out. And he finds that loose puck again. Good effort on the forecheck by Caden Butler.
Yeah, Wakeland maybe shouldn't have tried to pass out the puck the first time. Hold it, freeze it. Your defense has done a great job for you tonight. You don't want to put yourself in a position that you don't want to be in. But looking at it, just under 13 minutes to go in the game, and I think we're starting to get a shift in this game. UNLV, they got the goal. They have the momentum right now. Arizona, shots been coming at a premium of since the second period. They've only gotten 4 shots since the end of the first period. So it's hard to score goals if you don't have enough opportunities, and time's starting to run out.
Just over 12.5 minutes remain in this third period of play. Heath Mensch with a go-ahead goal on the power play as the play is blown dead for an icing. Keaton Tonez, the first man back for the Sun Devils. Officially 12:33 to go.
And the benefit for UNLV is having that goal on their side. They don't have to push as aggressively to the offensive zone. They can take more time on their, if they could take more times on their breakouts, and it gives them a lot. It just makes it a lot more comfortable playing with a lead compared to playing from behind.
Justice Thopless saw him in the crowd as Wakeland has to lurch out there and try and make a stop with the blocker. Arizona State getting some guys out in front. Justice Thopless officially tossed from the game. He's showered in back in his suit, walking around in the crowd. So a pair of Rebels ejected, a pair of Sun Devils ejected as well. Very chippy game. Once again, Heath Mensch with a go-ahead goal on the power play. Shot blocked out in front by Preston Brodziak. Off the wall. Brodziak gets submarined, and Brodziak is down. A shot there, misses the net high. No penalty is called on that play. And Brodziak still slow to get up. And here comes Bradley Glom moving on in. Shoots one off the goal stick, and Brodziak slow to get to the bench. Still no whistle. And here comes Palmer. It's poked away there. Surprised that there's no penalty on that play. Could have been incidental, but at least a tripping call usually results from that. Fed out in front. Wakeland holds for a stop. And
yeah, surprised that there was no tripping, but also surprised that there was no whistle in general. Brodziak landed on his head. And there's a time when it's a ref's decision on him to make a call or not based on injury. And that's just poor officiating there from the aspect of a player's hurt on the ice, clearly hit in the head. I mean, you gotta be smarter as an official in that scenario.
That was Keaton Tonez who submarined Brodziak at the blue line. So we'll get an update on Preston Brodziak as soon as we can. That may not come until later tonight through the social media channels or tomorrow for the second game of this 2-game series this weekend. Puck drop coming at 7:30. There's Dylan Kuntz pinching on that one. Jensen tied up in the corner. Plays it back down low. Benaldi around the wall from Marchant. Marchant off the skate of Jake King and blown dead for an icing. And Benaldi hopped off the ice for a brief moment, and The official was right there the whole way. And Benaldi got stuck on the door right next to us with his jersey. So an offensive zone draw. Heath Mensch back out there on the right wing for UNLV. Mason Kelly wins it clean. Here's Mensch looking, feeds it to Kelly, can't settle it down. Kelly now from the corner, up top Nagra. Kelly gets sent to the ice by Marchant. ASU turning up the physicality now. That puck over the outstretched hand of Devin Nagra. Wakeland comes out to play it. Just over halfway through this third period, UNLV hits the 40-shot mark. Once again, Arizona State with only 4 shots on goal since the opening face-off of the second period. Heath Mensch picks that pass off on the backhand. Mensch to Gallant on the left wing. Gallant sends it up. Nagra filters one to the corner. Quinn pinches, wins that puck battle. Plays it back down low, cut off by Olsen. And now here comes Matthew Gross. Gross takes a bump from Kelly. Kylie Ram up ice. Arizona State in the zone. Shot filtered on, loose puck, steered away by the paddle of Wakeland. Gallant long flips this one. Grady Franklin has it just hop over his stick. Icing's waved off. Now here's Cade Olson, the captain. Into the skates of Butler. Broken up at center. Here's Hayden Siegel now. Siegel dropped off. West off the end wall. Dalmonte swinging a miss on the second chance effort. Dalmonte gloves that long flip down at center and sends it back in from the red line. 8.5 remaining in this third period of play. Cade Olson's going to survey the ice from in behind his own goal. He skates it out into the skates of Matthew Butler, tied up by Keenan. Keenan gloves that clearance attempt down. Tries to play it deeper. Trevor Kennedy cuts it off. And here comes Chase. Plays it to Kennedy. Chase picks it up again. Shoots one into the glove of Wakeland. It'll hold for whistle. 8:09 to go. And that'll take us into our third and final media timeout, I believe. We're going to wait for it officially. No media timeout just yet. And there's Preston Brodziak back out for UNLV, taking that defensive zone draw after taking that scary fall of being submarined by Keaton Tonez. Now here's Bradley Gallant on the wing. Gallant looking, shoots one off the blocker, loose in between the legs of Manning. He finds it and squeezes the pads together. Gallant gets tied up with Chase out in front.
But going and looking at ASU right now, at the very beginning of the game, before the game even started, we talked about what can ASU do. One player to look out for, or player to watch out for from the very beginning, Nick Benaldi. We talked about how he can go coast to coast, make big plays. Right now, ASU, they need that one big play. They need that one spark to even up the game. He could possibly be that guy to get a play, get it coast to coast, get a breakaway. There haven't been really any breakaways for either team so far. Arizona, they need one big play to get this game evened up.
There's Brodziak back out there once again. Chase stumbles. Brodziak pickpockets him. Here's Brodziak now surveying. Brodziak takes it for a spin up top. Shoots one. Blocked in front up high by Gallant. Look, sounded like it went off the helmets, and it did as Tristan Rand takes a spill. An absolute war out there on the ice. Bodies flying everywhere.
2 ejections for each team.
And an update on those ejections. Justin Sothopoulos and Carson Cooch each with a face mask major penalty and disqualification, so neither of those will play tomorrow night either. Here's Rand, shoots one on in, tight, loose, puck directed aside, and Ty Marchant's down in a quicker whistle this time. Marchant is in a load of pain.
Yeah, he was defending Rand and got caught up in the corner there.
And Ty Marchant been a stalwart on this team is the shovel teams out there, and Marchand not putting any weight on that left leg. And the UNLV athletic trainer, Frank Sosa, comes behind the Arizona State bench to check out the Sun Devil veteran.
With just under 7 minutes to go in this game, just a lot of key plays in this game, even though there's only been one goal so far. Like the discipline of UNLV tonight, not making those extra penalties when Arizona State has it. That's been the difference maker in the game so far. UNLV capitalizing on the 4-on-3 opportunity to break the tie. 41 shots, 40 saves for Hayden Manning. This might be, he's playing up almost like what we saw last year out of him right now.
Hayden Manning having quite the night tonight. 40 saves, as you mentioned. So an offensive zone draw. Ty Marchand still being worked on behind the Sun Devils bench. .6:59 to go. We're back underway. Jensen up top. Dalmonte. Dalmonte now shoots one. Stick to side by Manning. It's Oliver Band that was in front of the goal there. Now here's Jensen. Swings it up top. Dalmonte pitches it back down low. Band tries to spin it out into the slot for Jensen. Centering pass. White fans on the shot, and it gets poked up top. Here's Kuntz now. Shoots one. Tipped wide by the stick of Grady Franklin. Now here's Jensen. Puts the brakes on at the goal line. Can't take that puck deeper himself. Picked up by Band, who loses possession. Band bumps Newland. Sent back down low by Wyatt. Franklin now. Takes it over his own blue line and sends it up ice. Glove down by Dalmonte. Fresh legs coming on for the Sun Devils. Arizona State amping up the forecheck a little bit here. Here's Matias Dalmonte. Swung that one for Mensch. Shoots one into the shin pads of Palmer. Tried to center it. Cut off by Matthew Gross. Under 6 to go now in the third period. Here's Wyatt Palmer. Sends that one up the right wing. And now here comes Gross, moving on in, poked away, puck loose, and sort of found, directed aside, and the net comes off its moorings. Good chance by Matthew Gross there with speed, picking that loose puck up in the neutral zone, and right next to this Gildy, Ty Marchand trying to go for a skate on that left leg, and doesn't look great.
He's going to try to get back into this game. You already know he is. It's a one-goal game against UNLV. They still have a chance to beat UNLV in the season series if they win tonight. So ASU have a lot to play for. They're not ranked on the road. They played really good quality defense. Great goaltending by Manning. Just the offense just hasn't really shown up since the first period. But you're only down by one goal. You're only one bounce of the puck from being tied up in this game.
With 5.5 to go, UNLV searching for the insurance marker. Heath Mensch with the go-ahead goal earlier on tonight on the power play. They got an icing on the Sun Devils. Marchand still being checked out behind the bench. No quit in Ty Marchand, as I mentioned when he initially went down with injury. He's been a stalwart for this Arizona State Sun Devils team. Gildy, we've seen a lot of him in recent years calling these games and just seeing him off camera go for a skate during that off play shows that. Here's Rand shooting one, blocked in front, picks up his own rebound. Jackson Wyatt shoots, blocked out in front. Wyatt fresh off of a 10-minute misconduct, and now here comes the Sun Devils the other way. A backhand try, misses the net wide. That was Matthew Gross again. All over the scoring chances here tonight for Arizona State. Benaldi. Kylie Ram, return pass now to Benaldi over the red line, poked at and broke it up by Brodziak. Now here's Nagra. Evades pressure, D to D for Dalmonte. Dalmonte to Brodziak, who tips that one into the high glass. Benaldi's there to hop on that one, spins it down low. Behind the net, Danilo Savitsky. Head up. This pass goes off the blade of Quas stick. Benaldi directing traffic. Now Benaldi looking, still directing traffic. This pass goes off of the stick of Trevor Kennedy. Here comes UNLV the other way, under 4 to go. Cole Wyatt dropped off Jensen. Deeks. Jensen shoots wide of the net. Now here's Oliver Band. Band shakes off pressure, leaves it for Jensen. Up top, Cole Wyatt. Wyatt, Jackson shoots, tipped on by Jensen into the chest. And Cade Olson and Oliver Band introduce each other, and Oliver Band smiling. Cade Olson, the captain, stepping in to clear out the front of the net.
It took a while for UNLV, but in the back end of the third period, they really started to pass the puck a lot better in the offensive zone, and it leads to better opportunities. As there was a good opportunity to tip the puck in there, but just UNLV, they're playing pretty conservative. They don't want to do anything too aggressive and let Arizona State have a opportunity on an odd man rush. So UNLV playing a little bit conservative, but it's working in their favor so far.
Mason Kelly digs that out. Shot from Mensch. Goes off of Kelly, and Kelly didn't really like the way that one felt.
Yeah, that one.
Under 3.5 to go now.
And that hurts a little bit getting hit, but that's almost like when you're a kid, like the the scooters when you do the tail whip and it hits you in the ankle. That's what that kind of reminded me of right there, that kind of pain.
Kelly takes a spill after that face-off. Mensch stops that clearance attempt from Newland and sends it in deep. Kelly gives chase. Now neutral ice. Sent back into the zone. Here's Franklin. Spins it back down low for Olsen. 3 minutes to go now. King over the red line. Sends it in. Fielded there by Wakeland. Nagra with it on his backhand. Gets stapled to the wall. Shot from the point, blocked out in front by Brodziak. Stretch pass, a great diving effort from Cade Olson. And a loose puck. Siegel almost hopped on that. Manning couldn't find that loose puck. Centering try for Wyatt. Jackson Wyatt joining the rush there. Couldn't knock that one down. Under 2.5 to go. A good chance for UNLV there.
And an advantage of a game like this where you're up 1-0, most times you think about, okay, when do you pull the goalie? But you really cannot at all if you're Arizona State because UNLV, they've been controlling the possession the entire game.
Off the kick plate, ran centering try off the pad. Loose puck out in front. Picked up by Matthew Gross over the red line. Advances it up. Ice gets cut off by Quinn. And now ASU trying to get a controlled breakout. There's Wyatt Palmer. Gonna look for Hayden Manning to creep out. We'll see if ASU can get a sustained zone possession.
That's been very challenging to get. They haven't been able to get really any sustained offensive zone time since the end of the first period. And that's what right now Manning's looking at the bench right now.
Beaver tailing his stick.
Yeah, wondering when they want him to go. But the problem is that will Arizona State even be able to hold on to the puck at all? I mean, most of the time, you know me, Dom, I side to that you should pull the goaltender in a situation at like 2:30 or under, and you're down by a goal. Get the extra attacker out, use the advantage of that. But this is a rare time. I think you should go 5-on-5 because UNLV, they have 47 shots right now. If you pull the goaltender, UNLV, they're easily going to find the back end, and I think they'll win the game 2-0. But
cool.
What do you think, Don? We always go on the other side of this. This is the first time I've ever been on the side of, I think you might want to keep the goalie in the crease here.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, it really depends on what UNLV can, or ASU cooks up in this timeout. Hayden Manning, as we talked about, has been amazing all night. But as of late, UNLV has been really stifling a lot of the Sun Devils' rushes. So we'll see if Hayden Manning's going to skate back from the bench after this timeout.
And he is, it looks like, or just getting some water. Okay,
and he is skating back from the bench.
It looked like he was going Well, he's going back to the ice, not into the bench. But yeah.
So
But I do agree with also, hey, you might want to also take out the goaltender here because at the same time, if you can't get any offensive zone time, you're not going to win the game regardless. And who cares if you lose 2-0 versus 1-0? So whatever Arizona does, I think I can agree with at some standpoint.
So Manning creeps out to the bottom of the hash marks, now at the top of his crease. As the play comes the other way, that's Alan Etimov. Manning still looking, knees bent, ready to leave the net. A minute 20 now to go. UNLV gets it out of the zone and chases Manning back to the goal line.
See, now we're already at a minute 18. There's not really an opportunity for Manning to even get pulled unless if he does it before a faceoff. There hasn't been really much at all because UNLV, they've been not allowing Arizona State to have any offensive possession of the puck.
Mason Kelly chips that one into the zone. He'll engage in a foot race with Olsen. Kelly loses that puck battle as we approach the final minute in this third period of play. And there it is, 1 minute to go. And Manning comes out of the net. He hustles and toe picks and falls over. So Manning's on the bench, extra attacker on with 50 seconds to go for the Sun Devils. Dalmonte rips that one around the glass to neutral ice and sent back up. Kennedy plays that to the right wing boards. 40 seconds now. Puck floats on harmlessly for Wakeland. And no hold for a whistle. 38.1 to go on the clock.
38 seconds to go, and I think Arizona's doing the right thing. You got to pull the goaltender here. If you don't win the faceoff and UNLV scores, they would have won regardless. So I think you got to have the extra attacker out now and let it roll. They haven't had any good offensive zone time in pretty much the last two periods, but if there's a time to have it, it's now, and to possibly have a chance to tie it up.
And we've seen things like this happen where there's a late offensive zone draw in a tight game, still an empty net. Here comes UNLV the other way, getting the puck into the zone, 30 seconds to go. Here's Butler. Sends it in, 25 to go. ASU trying to center that puck below the goal line. It stays, and it comes off the kick plate and out of the zone. Palmer stops it up at the logo, stops up at the red line. Plays it off for Gross, leaves that one on the half wall. A shot there from way outside, centering try, a shot in the shoulder, save, loose puck by near Wakeland. And Wakeland sprawling out as the final seconds tick off, and another shot in tight, and that'll do it. And we have some more pushing and shoving as the final horn sounds. Oh my goodness. What an eventful final few moments.
Las Vegas is the entertainment capital of the world, and what a wild, wild west finish we had in the final minute. Not just Doug Wakeland, but the entire team playing into a factor where Doug leaves the net. The entire team surrounds the net, covers the net, makes sure that no puck can find the back of the net. And UNLV, they come out victorious 1-0. But woo, that was a funny one, Don.
A hard-fought 1-0 win. An absolute war on both sides. What a performance by Hayden Manning. 46 saves in a loss. But it's not a loss that you can really scoff at as UNLV salutes the crowd at center ice. And at the end of that game there, Doug Wakeland having to really move all over the place. And I was getting flashbacks to the UCO game earlier this year. Zach Wixon, or excuse me, Vinny Benedetto was in net on that side of the ice. And an unopportune bounce found its way in, and that was a difference maker. But nonetheless, Doug Wakeland backstops a 1-0 shutout, 20 saves on the night, a hard-fought shutout. And tomorrow night's going to be fun.
Yeah, we talked about what was the one thing that could change the game, and the conversation with Bo was like it could be one big play, one big thing that happened, one bad decision. And what it really came down to is on the 4-on-4, that one penalty that happened on ASU made it 4-on-3 hockey. And at that moment, that's when I said in the broadcast, this is the make or break moment for UNLV. If they could score here, they could pretty much seal it because Arizona, they've had no offense the whole game. They get the goal, big goal by Mention, that ended it right there, 1-0. A little bit of chaos at the finish, but UNLV, they're able to win 1-0. And big play by Wakeland, pulling away Jackson White, making sure that it's not even ice, gives UNLV a little bit more time of possession. And that plays like that, selfless plays like that, team plays like that is why they won tonight.
I certainly agree, Gildy. What a play by Wakeland. What a night by Doug Wakeland. And what a night of hockey. Thank you all for joining us once again. UNLV taking the game 1-0 here on this Friday night. Heath Mensch, the difference maker on the power play. On behalf of myself, Dominic Dubois, Ryan Gilder, Kyle Sparrow, Zoe Salas, Bo Kennedy, Jack Bridges, Rolando Guerrero, and Gene Gomez. We're going to say goodnight from City National Arena. We'll see you back here at 7:30 for Game 2 between these two teams. Take care.